Good morning, class. I would like to ask Mr. Ramos to lead us the prayer for this day. Amen. Good morning, class. Good morning. So, how was your day? Are you feeling good or bad? Okay, so I'm glad that you are all feeling well today. Feeling good like I should. So now, is there any absentees for today? For this day? Okay, I'm glad that there's none. It seems that you are all excited with the lesson that we will gonna have for today. So, who can still recall with the last lesson that we had last time? Okay, Miss Vichy? Yes, that was right. That is right. That our lesson last time, or from the last session that we had, was all about verb. Now, what is verb? Okay, Mr. Ramos? Verb is an action word. That's right. So any meaning of verb? Yes, Mr. Tevez. Verb is a linking verb. That's right. So now, can someone please give me an example of verb? Yes, Miss Sinek. Dancing. Right, that's a good idea. Yes, Angeline. Another good idea. Yes, Miss Parado. Singing. Yes. Now, can someone please give me a sentence using verb? Okay. Miss Sinek again. Her mother is dancing. So that is an example of a verb. So now, I know that you are all excited with the lesson that we will have for today. And for you to unlock our lesson for today, I would like you to have, or you will gonna have an activity. So, for this activity, it is called Guess the Word. So, can everyone please read the instruction? Okay, thank you. So, the instruction said that the random students that will be picked will answer or guess the word from the jumbled letters to form a word. So, I will be picking 5 random students to guess or to answer the jumbled letters given. So, okay, the 5 students will be Rams, Rap, Sinek, Angeline, and Bitchy. So, for the first word, it will be your turn, Rams. This would be your word. And what do you think the word? Wood? Okay, let's see if your answer is correct. Okay, that's correct. Your answer, wood, is correct. So next one, Rap. What is your guess with that word? Should? Let's see. Okay, another correct. Your answer should is correct. So, Sinek. Could? Let's see. Okay, good. Next one, Angeline. What do you think the word? Might? Let's see. Might. That's correct. And the last one, Vichy. Must. Let's see if your answer is correct. Okay, that's correct. So all of your answers were correct. Now, for you to understand more our lesson for this day, I will have another activity. So this activity is also, before we delve into another activity, this would be our classroom rules for this day. So please, everyone read. Thank you so much. So, for our objectives, these are the objectives that we will need, or we need to meet for this lesson. So everyone, please read. Okay, thank you so much. So, going back to our activity, this would be our activity this would be our next activity for this day. So, everyone please read the instruction. Okay, thank you so much. So, the instruction said that the students will find their partner and the person one will choose 5 modal verbs from the given card that I will be given to you. And the person two will create sentences using the modal verb chosen by the person one to complete it. So, the time will be set for 5 minutes for each partner to complete a task. So, the instruction is that you will find a partner and the partner one will gonna pick 5 modal verbs and the partner two or the person two will create a sentences using those modal verbs that person one chosen to complete it. So the time will start now. Okay, it seems like everyone is ready to present their findings or their presentation. So first, okay, thank you so much. All of your answers and all of your presentation were correct and good. So how do you find the activity? Oh, do you find the activity really engaging? Okay, that's good to hear. Next, how were you able to identify modal verb in the given sentences? Yes. And what are the different categories of meaning that modal verb can express? Yes, Miss Tabes. Okay, that's right. So now, for you to be able to understand what would be our lesson for today, because I think that you have already some insights about your about the topic that we will have for today. So our topic for today would all about modal verbs. So what do you think is modal verbs? Yes, Sinek. Okay? So, for you to unlock your knowledge about modal verb is all about, modal verb or a modal is a type of auxiliary or helping verb that is used to express ability, possibility, permission, or obligation. So, modal verbs, these are the verbs that, or it's a type of auxiliary or helping verb that used to express ability, possibility, permission, or obligation. These are the expressions expressions. So for this day, we will be focusing with 4 modal verbs only. We have here must, and we have here can, and could. So for our first expression, must, I have prepared here examples for you to understand it more clearly. So for the first one, with the expression of very high probability. So for the first one, she must be the best. So she must be the best candidate for the job given her extensive experience. So the must here presented a very high probability because with the sentence, she must be the best candidate for the job given her extensive experience. So with that, we can really see that word must really show clarity or clearness to the sentence that she really have the high probability of being a candidate, best candidate for the job because he has or she has her extensive experiences already. So for the next expression with lack of necessity, still under the expression, still under the modal verb must, we have here lack of necessity or with a sentence, you must not bring your own food the event is fully catered. So, what do you think? What do you think is the function of must here? Yes, Sainik. Let's see. So, the function of must here shows lack of necessity, since the sentence said that you must not, or the person must not bring her own food because the event is fully catered. So the must here, or the modal verb must here, really shows the expression of lack of necessity. So for the next one, please read, everyone. Okay, we have here our expression prohibited or forbidden, still under the modal verb of must. So the sentence said that you must not enter this area without proper authorization. So still, the must here shows a prohibited or forbidden actions, because as the sentence said that a person must not enter this area without a proper authorization, because something bad might happen. So we can see that must here really shows a expression of prohibited or forbidden. So the next one is to persuade. Everyone, please read. Okay, thank you so much. So the sentence said that you must try this new restaurant. The food is amazing. So we can really see that the word must, or the modal verb must, really trying to persuade someone with the sentence, you must try this new restaurant. The food is amazing. So we can see that it is trying to persuade someone with the help of the modal verb must. So for our next modal verb, we have here can, and could, with the expression of possibility or impossibility. So for the first one, we have here the modal verb can with a sentence. Please read. Okay, thank you so much. So the sentence said, you can catch the train at 10:43. So it shows a possibility because, as what is said, a person can. Can is possibility. And the sentence said that a person can catch the train at 10:43. So the next one, please read. Sign it. Okay, thank you so much. So the sentence said, still under with the expression of possibility and impossibility under the modal verb of can, and can't, and could. So the sentence said, he can't see you right now. He's in surgery. So the word can't shows impossibility because, as what is said, he cannot see you right now because the person still in the surgery. So the word can shows possibility and the word can't shows impossibility. So what this could mean? So with the sentence, I could fly via Amsterdam if I leave that day before, the modal verb could here shows still possibility or impossibility because could shows there is still unsure, there is no clarity, or it's still not sure or clear if he could leave or fly to Amsterdam if he leave that day before. Could means possibility, there's a possibility and there's impossibility. It's between possibility and impossibility. Can here shows possibility and can't shows impossibility. Well, could means or could shows between possibility and impossibility. So for the next expression, please read, everyone. Okay, thank you so much. So for our first example under the expression ask permission or give permission, we have here, can you lend me $10? Okay, so it has it has question mark. And with the sentence, can you lend me $10? It is showing ask or giving us asking permission if can someone lend her $10. So the next sentence, you can enter the room without permission. So as you can see, can, as what I've said, can shows impossibility and can shows possibility. So with the sentence, you can enter the room without permission, it shows give permission that you cannot, you are impossible to enter the room without permission. So lastly, we have here could. Everyone, please read. Okay. The sentence said that, can I talk to your supervisor, please? So, as what I've said earlier, could shows possibility and impossibility. It's in between possibility and impossibility. So here with the sentence, can I talk to your supervisor, please? There is still no clarity if the person can talk to the supervisor. So, the next one, can everybody please read the expression? Okay, and please read Rams, the first sentence. So, with the sentence, you can try adding a pinch of salt to enhance the flavor of your dish. As what I've said earlier, can shows, the can here is stating that you are possible to add a pinch of salt for it to enhance the taste or the flavor of the dish. So can shows possibility. Can shows or states that you are able to add a pinch of salt for it to enhance its taste or flavor. So the last one we have here, you could take the tour of the castle tomorrow. So as what I've said earlier, as what I've said again and again, could shows in between possibility and impossibility. So with a sentence, you could take the tour of the castle tomorrow, there is still no clarity or it's still unsure if a person can take the tour of the castle tomorrow. So, with that, I would like you to, and that concludes our discussion. So with that, I would like to ask you some questions. So, Sophie, can I hear answers from you from the question, how do modal verbs change the meaning of a sentence? Can you rewrite a sentence using a different modal verb to change its meaning? Okay, thank you so much, Sophie. That is a wonderful answer. Now, this question, how can you choose the right modal verb to express your intended meaning? Yes, Rams. Okay, Rams says that you need to think about the expressions. Okay, that's right. And now, as a student, how can you show the importance of the correct way to use modal verbs? Yes, Sainik. Thank you so much. Now, that's correct. That's correct. And now, how can practice and repetition help you learn the different meanings of modal verbs? What strategies could you use to reinforce your understanding? Yes, Raf. Yes, a very good answer. That's A great answer, Mr. De Los Santos. Now, for the last question, Miss Angeline, you have question? Okay, there's none. So for the next question, do you think about a time when you use a modal verb in a conversation. What was the outcome? Did it have the desired effect? Yes, I can see you are raising your hand, Vichy. Very good. That's a correct answer and a great answer. Now, for your next activity, I would like you to have this activity. So please read the instruction, everyone. Okay, thank you so much. So the instruction said that the class will be divided into two groups. So this would be the group 1 and this would be the group 2. So the group 1 will have a poem making, and the group 2 will going to make or compose a song. And so the two group will create different things using modal verbs that shows its function. So your time starts now. Okay, thank you so much. The time is already done. So now you will gonna it's time for you to present your answers. Okay, thank you so much. All of your answers and all of your presentations were great. So in this moment, I have prepared here a short quiz for you to answer and for me to test if you really understood our topic for today. So the instruction is choose the best answer of each question. So number 1. The paper you would going to use is 1/4 sheet of paper. So number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. Okay, let's see if your answers were correct. Okay, number 1. The answer what? The answer is what? Okay, the answer of number 1 is letter D. Must. Number 2, answer. What would you think the answer? B? Okay, the answer for number 2 is letter B. Could. And number 3, what do you think the answer? Should. The answer for number 3 is might. We might go to the beach tomorrow if the weather is nice. So number 4. Should. The answer for number 4 is C. And number 5. What do you think the answer for number 5? Should. The answer for number 5 is must. So I must finish this project by Friday. So for your assignment, I have prepared here a short assignment. So think about your day. Imagine your day from waking up to going to bed. Write 5 sentences using different modal verbs. Choose from these modal verbs can, might, must, and could. So Example, I should wake up early to get ready for school. So that concludes our day today, everyone. Please stand up. Goodbye and thank you, everyone. Goodbye and see you next session.